Hey kids, it's Mr. Mendoza, and it's time for art. Today we are drawing a tiger. Alrighty, let's start that medium or intermediate tiger here. So I'm going to bring back this shape just to trace, make sure these tiger heads are all kind of the same shape. If you don't want to do this and you want to just go for it, that's fine. But once again, if you don't use this technique and you want to, I do it like this. I just go around real lightly, take my time, make sure it's not sliding. And there. All right, so just like the basic, I'm gonna cut this little pizza in half, go a little faster. All right, then I'm gonna kind of go down here, and from this point to this point, I'm gonna go half here. You have a really wide, big nose, so I'm gonna put out that little upside down triangle happening. And they also have a really big mouth, so let's put this line down here, and let's make that big mouth, lips, cheeks, I don't know what you really call them. I'm sure there's a technical term out for them. All right, keep it light. Notice that I'm way back here in my pencil, helps it. And let's do this chin, starting right here. I'm gonna drag it across, make sure it's a big, strong chin. Very nice. All right, from here, what I want to do is, let's go back to the center line, and I'm going to very carefully start kind of lining up the eyes and the edge of the, I guess the top of the mouth there. Very lightly kind of start laying that out. All right, then I'm going to kind of connect this line right here. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you guys just pause me and go back. My students in my classroom, they don't have that ability. So, put some nostrils in there, some pretty big nostrils. They're better to smell you with. All right, so here in this little mouth here, put a few little dots. Now remember my little levels that I do, like the easy, advanced, like everything gets a little bit better, a little more hard. If you want to still do the little triangle shapes, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter. It's all just practice. And then as you get older, your style of art will change as well. So we kind of start off more cartoony, then we work our way to more realism. All right, so let's go up here. I didn't get the ears started. And I'm going to kind of do two little curves going up and try to make them symmetrical. All right, and for those that don't know what symmetrical means, it's kind of like a butterfly where you have two shapes mirrored across the center, opposite but the same. So, and remember, if you can't get it perfect, it's okay. So here we're going to kind of drag this shape out. In my earlier easy video, I kind of did a rounded rectangle. So we'll do half that rounded rectangle. All right, looking good. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is they kind of have these fluffy cheeks, kind of like a wildcat, or I don't know if you'd call it a mane, but we're gonna just kind of start adding that. Kind of makes like a mushroom shape of their head. Now remember, this is your tiger, so if you want it more fluffy, more wild, that's up to you. You can try to make them even as possible. Remember, I'm drawing lightly so I can erase and go back. We'll touch on that again about making it more textured. Okay, I needed to make a few adjustments here. All right, so I want to kind of go back to these ears and add some fur. Here we go. And while we're at it, let's start darkening those up. A little texture there. Connect to the head. Darken some of this up. Next, make it a little furry there. All right. Next thing I want to do is actually go back to this nose and kind of fix it up a little. So I'm going to darken some lines on the side of the nose here. Connect them to the nostrils. Okay, so down below, I'm gonna make like an arrow, so there'll be a little line in the middle. V shape connected. There we go. And then just a little bit of curve on the top. So think of a bump on top of each nostril, kind of like this. And connect it. Almost looks like human lips. All right, not bad. Let's darken these guys in. Right now my tiger's mouth is shut. Maybe later on I can do a video with a roaring tiger. So what I'm going to do here for the chin actually is add some more texture. So let's add some fur. There we go. Awesome. Now let's move on to these eyes here. Kind of half done. So this circle drawn out here. I'm kind of do a little dark black around the eye. It's a real dark pupil. Let's do the same thing over here. Try to make sure they're even as possible. We're just filling that curve that we made. Alright, looks pretty good. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of lightly frame like a rounded triangle shape here. So round off those corners, just keep it light. This is going to be the white part here. Oops, almost made it unsymmetrical, so it's good for light drawing. This part will be light if you want to color this in later. For this video, I'm just going to have it black and white in pencil. Maybe we come back to it later and paint this one. It'll be actually a lot of fun. So I'm going to put some decoration here. On top of this, they kind of have some, almost look like a little tree leaf, some stripes. Do your best to make them symmetrical. If they're not, that's okay. Alright. Then here, I'm going to put a little zigzag like this. We'll do it on this side too. Okay, and let's use this line here as one of the stripes here. So start under the ear. Okay. Make it kind of thick, bring it down. There we go. Let's do one over here too. Paper's battling me today. All right, let's get it going. Drag it down. Kind of missed the line here. I was trying to hide that. It's okay. I can erase that later. Okay, so what I want to do here is bring this down. I'll stop right about where those triangles, tip of those triangles are. Let's get this one done. It'll be easier. So we're gonna just kind of put some stripes going on there. Make them different thicknesses. Right. Have some free floating ones. I spent a lot of time doing a bunch of stripes on these guys. All right, let's finish up this one. And let's do a little bit coming out of the eye here. Frame that nose again. Maybe a little bit of fur. All right, not bad, not bad. Let's actually add some little bit of darkness here. Almost done. And let's kind of get some texture coming off this little mane. That's why it's good that we kept it light, so we can actually kind of decorate that. And some of these work lines I made, or these layout lines, I left them in there if you want to erase some of them. If they don't make sense to the final drawing, you can do that. Sometimes people like to see that. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm going to clean it up. And I think one thing I'm missing is my whiskers. So we're going to end with whiskers. And I like to do the touch and drag. So touch and just drag them out. Go in all kinds of directions. They have tons of whiskers, tigers. Very nice. Nice, that was a lot of fun. All right, so just doing a little touch up here and there. Okay, so I forgot to lay in my orange line, so what I want to do is kind of mark off which part of this tire is going to be orange. So I'm going to start by the nose and kind of go around here. Kind of drag it up around here. Most of this kind of stays white, but there is a little bit of orange there sometimes, so I'm just going to do this. All right, remember there, around the eye stays white. All right. If you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and try the hard video. Keep practicing, and I'll see you later.